From the sacred whispers of celestial guardians comes a revelation about your person who sat alone in a car last night. They spoke words into the silence that would shatter your heart if you heard them. Why? A truth too heavy has been weighing on their soul, like darkness pressing against light. Imagine discovering a confession that changes everything you believed about your connection. That's what's unfolding right now. This person feels tormented by what they need to tell you, and there's deeper meaning in the tea of their truth than you realize. If you believe in divine timing, give a like and subscribe. Your guardian angels want you to know that this message is being blocked for your protection, but not for much longer. I need you to truly focus on what I'm about to share. The angels are specifically highlighting this next part just for you. The angels want you to know that your person has been carrying this burden for what feels like eternity. It's like they've been suffocating under the weight of this unspoken truth. The secret. They finally whispered their confession into existence, but cosmic forces are temporarily shielding you from its impact. Feeling nervous or uncertain about this revelation is completely natural. In the quiet sanctuary of midnight hours, there's a message from the universe telling the story of someone who loves you deeply, yet hides a truth. This isn't about casual secrecy, it's about a soul torn between honesty and protection. They turned away from the easy path of continued silence and faced their fear of losing you. Their heart ached with each word spoken into the empty car, knowing these revelations might destroy everything you've built together. This person chose courage over comfort, completely aware of the risk to your bond. Now, having released their confession into the universe, they can't take it back. Free from the prison of deception but terrified of the consequence, and too vulnerable to hide behind masks any longer. If these words stir something within your intuition, if they echo feelings you've been silently sensing, give a like and type "ready" in the comments. Let's acknowledge the powerful message that the divine messengers have entrusted to us. The angels remind us that true connection isn't built on comfortable illusions. It's not measured by perfect appearances or convenient half-truths. No. Real relationships are forged in the fire of complete honesty and strengthened by surviving difficult revelations. You are worthy of total truth, regardless of how painful it might be. Your greatest growth awaits on the other side of this confession. Let this message be a beacon for those who sense unspoken words hovering in their relationships. Remember, even when faced with heartbreaking truths, your capacity for understanding, forgiveness, and emotional resilience defines you more than any confession ever could. Stand tall knowing that the universe never sends challenges you cannot handle. And let the knowledge that you are being prepared for this revelation be the light that guides you forward. Let me share something that happened just last month. Daniel, a viewer just like you, kept feeling something was off in his relationship. Every conversation seemed to have shadows lurking beneath the surface. His partner seemed distant, and he couldn't understand why. But he kept watching these messages, hoping for clarity. Then one Wednesday evening he picked up his partner's phone to check the time, and accidentally opened the voice memo app. There he found a recording titled, "What I Need to Say." As he listened, with trembling hands he discovered his partner had recorded a full confession about a gambling addiction that had drained their savings, something they'd been hiding for months. Daniel called me in tears. "How did you know?" he asked. "You talked about hidden confessions the day before I found the recording. That's because these messages aren't just random, they're divinely timed. The angels whisper to me who needs to hear what message. And today, they're whispering your name. Right now, place your right hand over your heart and take 3 deep breaths if you're ready to receive this difficult truth. This physical position centers your emotional energy and creates a sacred shield around your heart for when the confession finally reaches you. If this message is resonating deeply, consider joining our spiritual family by becoming a member. Members receive exclusive relationship readings, personal guidance through difficult revelations, and special healing ceremonies every week. Just click the join button below. Your angels are waiting to help you navigate this challenging conversation. Stay with me until the end, because I'm going to reveal the nature of this confession and why it happened in a car of all places, a detail that holds significant meaning about your relationship's future. The universe is carefully timing this revelation, like orchestrating the perfect moment when you'll be strong enough to hear the truth. So there's no need for fear. Your guardian angel is assuring you that all the forces of protection are working overtime just for you. They're like your personal emotional support team, helping you prepare and find strength. Divine timing is moving quickly, but for good reason. You're about to receive this confession when you're spiritually ready. Your angels are signaling that you're almost prepared to receive these difficult words. The universe is aligning circumstances perfectly to ensure this truth arrives in the gentlest way possible, setting you up for healing rather than destruction. Picture yourself sitting in a quiet space with your person. The air feels thick with unspoken words. You notice their nervous energy, how they can't quite meet your eyes. Then slowly, carefully, they begin to speak. Feel your heart beating faster as the truth emerges. Notice how, despite the initial shock, something inside you remains steady and strong. You are hearing difficult words, but you are not breaking. You are absorbing truth, and somehow, there's relief mixed with the pain. How can you be certain this message is meant for you? The universe sends clear signs when a confession is approaching. If you've experienced any of these 7 divine signals recently, prepare yourself. This revelation has your name on it. First, your person has been unusually quiet or distant lately, perhaps avoiding deeper conversations or alone time. Second, you've had dreams about cars, driving, being lost, or someone trying to tell you something important, but you can't hear them. Third, you've found unusual receipts, notifications, or evidence that doesn't quite make sense, the universe dropping breadcrumbs of truth. Fourth, you felt strangely drawn to check your person's phone or messages, guided by intuition rather than suspicion. Fifth, ordinary conversations have felt charged with unusual tension or emotion that seems disproportionate. Sixth, you've experienced a deep knowing that something remains unsaid between you, even when everything seems fine on the surface. And seventh, you felt a wave of recognition, perhaps even tears or goosebumps while watching this very video. That's your soul confirming truth when it hears it. Look carefully at what happens in your relationship in the next 48 hours after hearing this message. The signs will confirm everything I'm sharing with you today. If this message about an approaching confession resonates with your spirit, show some love with a like and drop a 111 in the comments. Wait, before I continue, I'm receiving a strong message specifically for someone watching right now. If you've been experiencing unusual anxiety about your relationship lately, this confession is trying to reach you, but your fear is blocking it. The next part is absolutely essential for you. The important message here is that something powerful is about to be revealed, breaking barriers that have kept truth hidden. But there's essential preparation needed first. It's time to clear your emotional space from fears that block your ability to hear difficult truths. This might mean letting go of idealized versions of your relationship and making yourself ready for honest conversation. But to truly heal and move forward together, it's a step you must take. Ready to receive this confession? Hit like and type open in the comments to signal to the universe that you're prepared for truth, no matter how painful. When this confession finally reaches you, and it will, here are the 5 critical first steps to take that both protect your heart and salvage what matters. Step 1. Listen completely without interrupting. The angels say many relationships shatter not from the confession itself, but from reactions that cut off full truth. Instead, light a white candle, create a calm atmosphere, and listen until the very end. Step 2. Create a sacred space for healing after the confession. Clear a quiet area in your home, add calming elements like soft blankets or gentle music, and designate this as your emotional processing sanctuary, where you'll reflect on what you've learned. Step 3. Share this experience with only one trusted confidant, someone who honors relationships and doesn't feed drama. Scattered energies from multiple opinions will cloud your true feelings. Step 4. Practice this powerful emotional processing technique. Write the confession on paper exactly as you heard it. Read it aloud 3 times. Then write your true feelings below it. End by writing, "I acknowledge this truth. I honor my feelings. I choose my path forward with clarity." Step 5. Consider relationship healing as a possibility. The universe reveals painful truths not always to end connections, but sometimes to clear space for authentic rebuilding. The strongest bonds often rise from the ashes of difficult honesty. Take 3 deep breaths with me right now. Breathe in courage. Exhale fear. Breathe in clarity. Exhale confusion. Breathe in strength. Exhale weakness. Your heart is preparing for truth, becoming strong enough to hear what needs to be said. The divine plan works like this. After you move beyond the initial shock of hearing difficult truths, it's time to focus on emotional strength every single day. This means nurturing your spirit, honoring your feelings, and strengthening your inner wisdom. It's about practicing gratitude even in pain, learning about honest communication, setting relationship boundaries and maintaining them. It's like saying, "I deserve complete truth no matter how difficult." Remember, every moment of emotional growth matters. Just improve your capacity for truth a little each day and let the universe handle the healing. You can't control what's been done or said, but you can choose how you respond, what boundaries you set, and how you move forward. Aim to see the lessons hidden within painful revelations and take daily steps toward authentic connection. The angels see the incredible resilience you're capable of during this challenge. So keep faith in yourself and never give up on your deserving of complete honesty. See yourself sitting across from your person after the confession has been shared. The initial storm of emotion has passed. You're looking at each other with new eyes, clearer, more honest. The weight of secrets has lifted from between you. You feel a mixture of sadness and strange relief. This isn't the end, but a new beginning. Notice how the car where the confession first happened sits outside, no longer holding secrets, but now just a vehicle. The confined space where truth was first whispered has served its purpose, providing a private, contained environment where difficult words could be spoken without immediate reaction. Symbols of the protective way this revelation is approaching you. In just a moment, I'll reveal why this confession happened in a car, and what this specific location tells you about the nature of what's being hidden. If this message activates your intuition, hit like and drop an "I understand" in the comments. The confession took place in a car because your person needs movement and escape routes when feeling vulnerable. The car represents both protection and the ability to flee if needed. The nature of this confession involves feelings of being trapped or restricted in some aspect of life or your relationship. You might be wondering about certain aspects of this challenging situation, so let me address the 4 questions I'm hearing from your angels. Why am I just finding out about this now? The timing of this revelation is divinely orchestrated. Your person has been struggling with how to tell you, fearing your reaction. They needed to process their own feelings first, before they could share this burden. The car confession was their practice run, speaking truth into empty space before bringing it to you. When exactly will they tell me? While exact timing varies, celestial patterns suggest within 7 to 10 days. The universe is aligning perfect circumstances for this conversation to happen when you're both emotionally prepared. How should I respond? To protect our relationship? The most healing response begins with silence, truly listening before speaking. Your initial reaction will set the tone for everything that follows. Remember that vulnerability deserves gentleness, even when the truth hurts. What if I'm not ready to hear this? Your soul is more prepared than your conscious mind realizes. The very fact you're receiving this message now confirms you've spiritually evolved to the exact point needed to handle this difficult truth. Trust that you won't receive more than you can bear. Those feeling spiritually supported can send a super thanks blessing of $5, $10, or $20. Each super thanks you send strengthens your emotional protection shield and helps this channel reach more souls who need these divine messages. Remember, supporting others through difficult truths opens the door to receiving guidance when you need it most. I wasn't planning to reveal this aspect, but I'm being divinely guided to tell you something important about this confession's outcome. While initially painful, this truth will ultimately remove the final barrier between you and authentic connection. What feels like breaking is actually the necessary cracking of walls around your heart. If you're seeking strength for this approaching revelation, especially when it feels like your world might shatter, here's a prayer to center your spirit. I'm asking the universe for courage to face the difficult truth that's coming my way. This relationship journey suddenly feels uncertain and frightening, and I'm reaching toward the heavens hoping for wisdom and strength. With an open heart and steady breath, I'm asking for help to receive this confession with grace and respond with authenticity. I'm grateful for the courage it takes to speak hard truths and asking for the perspective to see beyond immediate pain. I feel vulnerable, like I'm standing at the edge of unknown territory, and want to navigate this revelation wisely. I need guidance to help me stand steady when difficult words are finally spoken. I acknowledge my fears yet remain hopeful that through honesty, something stronger and more beautiful might emerge. A relationship built on complete trust, rather than comfortable illusions. To the loving spirit of truth, you're compassionate even in challenge. My future holds possibility beyond this pain, and I'm asking you to guide me through the darkness toward healing light. Let my prayer rise like morning mist, leading me to wisdom with each breath. With your support, my fear will transform into strength, and I'm ready for a relationship founded on truth rather than shadows. As I prepare for this confession, embrace this prayer, and if you feel ready to, hit like, joining me in hope for healing after truth is finally spoken.